Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. We have started meteorological fall. That was yesterday. So happy Labor Day, by the way. And now we're in the time of year where we start to go back to school. Weather gets a little bit cooler and we start to move towards our favorite time of the year, the winter. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. First, we have tranquil conditions today. High pressures in control providing beautiful weather conditions. With an easterly wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour, temperatures range from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s on the I-95 corridor, mid to upper 60s along the coast. When we take a look at our radar and surface map from WeatherTap, not much going on. You can see high pressure here, and there's another one way up to the north in the Gulf of Maine. Take a look at our visible satellite picture. You can see the different weather patterns, the different influences on our weather pattern right here. First of all, at the surface, you can see that easterly wind and the low clouds coming in from the Atlantic Ocean, but notice the high clouds are lifting up to the from the southwest to northeast. So what's going on? Well, you have a trough in the upper levels that is supporting that southwesterly wind pattern, and that trough is found way off towards the north of the Great Lakes. Then you have a high pressure system at the surface right about here and another one down here that is supporting an easterly wind. So that's driving the clouds at the lower and mid levels of the atmosphere towards us from the Atlantic. And so that's why you're seeing the clouds move in different directions when you look at the sky. So that's pretty cool. Now, when we zoom out here and take a look at the infrared satellite picture, there is our trough, a broad trough here. We have another upper level low here, another upper level trough approaching. This will produce the first of several troughs that move through, and then a stronger cold front on Saturday, producing showers. And ahead of that cold front, it'll actually warm up almost summer-like, with temperatures pushing close to 90 degrees on the I-95 corridor. And then we fall right back, just in time for the start of the NFL season on Sunday. So let's dive into this forecast for today. Look for scattered cloud cover. There's some indication of possibly an isolated shower, but I think that's just mostly scattered cloud cover given how dry the lower levels of the atmosphere are. Look for high temperatures in the mid-70s over the interior and along the coast, upper 70s to lower 80s on the I-95 corridor. For tonight into tomorrow morning, look for scattered cloud cover with low temperatures in the lower to mid-50s over the northern interior, mid to upper 50s along the coast. Tomorrow afternoon, scattered cloud cover continues with high temperatures in the mid-70s over the interior and along the coast, upper 70s to lower 80s on the I-95 corridor. On Thursday, the first trough moves through, and I say trough because this cold front is going to come in and lose its punch by the time it gets to us in the evening. So again, that's going to support some increasing cloud cover, a few isolated showers. Look for low temperatures in the mid to upper 50s over the northern interior, upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast. High temperatures in the mid 70s over the interior and along the coast, upper 70s to lower 80s on the I-95 corridor. On Friday, another trough will approach, but again, the threat for a few scattered showers. Look for low temperatures to range from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast. High temperatures in the mid 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior, mid to upper 80s on the I-95 corridor, and lower to mid 80s along the coast. On Saturday, the strong cold front finally moves through. Now, by this point, the upper level trough is lifting towards our region. This cold front will have the potential to produce some scattered showers, especially in the evening hours. Thunderstorms are not expected, but I can't rule out an isolated one, but nothing severe. Look for low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s in your suburbs, upper 60s to lower 70s in your urban areas. High temperatures will be summer-like, with lower to mid 80s over the northern interior, upper 80s to lower 90s on the I-95 corridor, and lower to mid 80s along the coast. These temperatures will be dependent on the timing of the cold front, so if it moves through earlier, the temperatures will be a little bit cooler, but I definitely expect summer-like conditions on Saturday. Then on Sunday, just in time for the start of the football season, which, by the way, I'll be producing a video every Wednesday on what to expect for each game in terms of weather, and maybe I'll make some picks too. So definitely check that out. That'll be in the public section. For Sunday, look for clearing skies with low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 50s over the northern interior, mid to upper 50s in your suburbs, upper 50s to lower 60s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the mid 60s to lower 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s along the coast. So overall, pretty pleasant day. On Monday, high pressure will be in control. Now, there will be a trough moving through, so that's going to produce some sky cloud cover, but generally quiet weather conditions. Low temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s over the northern interior, mid to upper 50s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s on the I-95 corridor, and mid 70s along the coast. And on Tuesday, high pressure will be in control with clear skies. Look for low temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s over the northern interior, mid to upper 50s along the coast. High temperatures in the lower to mid 70s over the northern interior, upper 70s to lower 80s on the I-95 corridor, and mid 70s along the coast. So overall, pretty nice week on the way. No major storms, but certainly a couple of cold fronts producing the threat for showers. That's your forecast. So definitely, if you're interested in more detailed information, like what's going on in the tropics or what to expect for the rest of the month, definitely check out the forecast, the premium consulting membership over only $15 a month. In the meantime, stay safe out there.